Everyone, welcome back in Java Mind Techie channel. So I hope you all are doing well, right? So last video we have discussed about our Java 8 feature, right? So two three topics we have completed, like functional interface, lambda expression, right guys? So in that day I have just explained some of our predefined functional interface, right guys? So like that, right? So predefined functional interface we have, right? So predicates are there, by predicate, function by function, consumer by consumer, supplier, unary and binary operator, right? So couple of functional interfaces we have in Java 8, so by which we are going to perform a couple of method, right? So today our main agenda to this video, so how the all predefined interface internally work. Okay, so suppose today we'll discuss four predefined functional interface: consumer by consumer and predicate by predicate. Okay, that four functional interface we'll discuss with theoretical as well as code. Okay, so how the four predefined functional interface are used by the different types of methods. Okay guys, so let's get a start. Okay, so we'll show you first what I have mentioned, right? So we'll discuss today consumer functional interface, okay, then by consumer functional interface, then what predicate functional interface, then what by predicate functional interface. So I will discuss one by one and I will explain how the internal they have implemented, right? So how they're going to implement internally they're all the predefined functional interface. So let's start first topic, that consumer functional interface, guys. So guys, we know very well, right? So last class also I have discussed about the shortly I discussed about the functional interface, but consumer functional interface today entirely main motto our discussion, right? So see the consumer interface, right? We know very well, right? So is the part of the what Java util function package, right? So most of the time interview may ask, right? So this predefined functional interface, suppose if you're going to consumer, so in which package it belongs, right? So that time we should know, right? So this consumer functional interface belongs to what? Java.util.function package. Okay, and we know very well these features came in Java 8, right? And the main motto for this functional interface, right? So see, suppose if you will have one input, okay, and then how you are going to perform the lambda expression, we know very well, right? So whatever the method is available inside the functional interface, for that we are going to add the what lambda expression, right? So but we need to know without lambda and how lambda with lambda how we're going to what use the consumer functional interface, right? So already what I have mentioned you, right? See, so this function, right, whatever the function inside the functional consumer functional interface, right, that is accept method, right? Yes or no? So that function doesn't return any value. Okay, only it's accept some input. That only one input, guys. Might be you have seen here, right? See, that is your void accept this one. So this is the method which is available inside the what? Which one? Consumer interface, right? So this is a functional interface. I will open once I will code. So how this functional interface is implemented? Okay. So under the functional interface consumer, so we have one method, that is what void accept method. It's take only one argument, okay, and it will not return any return type, right? So it will not return any value, not return type. It will not return any value. Okay, that is void. Void means is sorry, it is not returning any value, right? Okay, so that is the consumer functional interface. Okay, the now second is what by consumer functional interface. Okay, it's also a what functional interface only. Also it's everywhere inside the what java function package. Also it introduces what in Java 8. Okay, yes or no? And also this function doesn't return any value. Okay, but difference between consumer functional interface and by consumer, one major difference is what it takes two parameters as argument. See, so it mentioned, right? So t and u denotes the type of the first input argument to the operation, and u denotes the second input argument to the operation. Okay, once I will show you the implementation of internally, right, how the internal implementation by consumer, then you will come to know. Okay, so inside the by consumer interface, by consumer functional interface, one method is that. That method is what? While accept this one. So it accept two argument. That's why the name is what? By consumer. By means two. It will take two inputs, but what? Function doesn't return any value, but it will not return any value, but it will take two inputs. So I will show in the code base how it will take two inputs and is not returning any value. Okay, so that if anybody asks, right, so what is by consumer, so directly you can say, right, so what by consumer is what? Functional interface. Okay, functional interface, it will tell me what? Only one abstract method should be available inside this interface, right? That method name is what? Accept method. Already I have seen here, right? So accept method. But the difference between by consumer and consumer accept only one argument, but by consumer it expect what? Two argument, and there is no any what? Return value. Okay, this function doesn't return any value. Got it? That is the main things. Once we will code, they will come to know very easily. Okay, that is the by consumer functional interface. Okay, third is the what? Predicate functional interface. Might be you know very well, right? So predicate is also what? Functional interface, right? And so this function, right, return what? Boolean result. What? Boolean result. We have seen here, we can see here Boolean valued function, right? So once they will return, so it will return the Boolean value. So true or false. Okay, and this predicate functional interface also what? Available inside the java.util.function package. Okay, and it contains one method, because once the functional interface come into picture, definitely you will have only one method. That method name you should know. If you know the method name, then only you can what? Perform operation. You can what? Explain to anyone. Yes or no? So it contains what? Test method. Yes or no? It contains test method, and also it expect what? One argument. Okay, it expect one argument. Return type is what? Boolean. That is the method name. So what? If so, when we need Boolean result, then we are going to use what? Predicate functional interface. Okay, so I will explain once we'll jump into the stream API. Okay, so how consumer, so see if it might be you know, so for each method using the what? Consumer interface. Predicate. So once you're going to discuss the predicate interface, right? So that time we will have what? Method, filter methods, that is going to use the predicate interface. I will explain once you're going to jump into the stream API. As for knowledge sake, at this moment you need to know what is the predicate functional interface. So that is the functional interface. Return type is what? Boolean. Okay, and the method name is test inside this interface. Only one method will be there. That method name is the test method. Okay, that is the predicate functional interface. So now last, right? So by predicate functional interface, just like by consumer. So by means it should expect what? Two input. It also a functional interface, also available inside the what? Java.util.function package. Okay, it means see, it operates two object and returns a predicate value based on the condition. Based on the condition only. Okay, so it is a function interface, and this can be used for lambda expression also. Already I mentioned you. So lambda expression we can use in those places where we are going to use the functional interface. Okay, so every places, if you will have the functional interface, that means only we will have one abstract method. So definitely we can use what? Lambda expression. Okay guys, see, same thing I mentioned here, that is also what? Functional interface. One method is that what? Boolean test. What I mentioned, that test method returns a boolean and it expect two input, two argument. Okay, so that is what? By predicate functional interface. Yes or no? So that is our theoretical knowledge. If anybody asks, so you can explain. But once you're going into what, develop any code, then how this code will be written as what, as per expectation. So that thing we need to start now. Okay. So now let's start as per our code base. How each and every interface, functional interface, not interface, each and every functional interface, it works as per our implementation, right guys? So now we're going to our IDE. Okay guys, so what I mentioned, so we are going to discuss all the four predefined functional interface, right? So one by one we are going to explain, right? First we'll explain what, consumer functional interface, then we explain by consumer functional interface, then predicate interface, predicate functional interface, then by predicate functional interface. So during this discussion we will come at least 4 to 5 code we will do. Okay, so please be concentrated how we are going to write the code and how we are going to run the application and how the output is coming expected or not, whatever our what expectation. Okay, so now let's start. So we know very well, right? So last class already have discussed all the things. So now same way we will create, already we have one package, right? That package is com.app.java. So in that package, first we are going to create what, one class, right? See, if we are going to create one class, okay, so that class belongs to, right? So what we are going to is the consumer functional interface. Okay, so that's why I'm keeping the name of what, consumer test. Class name is consumer test. Okay, any problem? It should not be, right? So we are going to finish. See, so already I've created what, class, right? That is the consumer test, right? See, suppose if we are going to write what, already we have written the class consumer test. Suppose if this class implements what, consumer interface, right? Consumer, already I mentioned that consumer is a functional interface that's available inside the java.util.function, right? Done. See, that is the generics here, right? Suppose if you are going to the generics here, if you mention, say, so once you're going to write any code, right? So as per our implementation, as of now, if you can take integer, suppose if you write the code as per the integer, so take here integer. Okay, we will take input as an integer, that's why. See, so this method accepts what, implementation, right? Because we have implemented from our class, implemented from the consumer interface. Consumer interface is a what, functional interface. Functional interface means only one abstract method should be there. That method name is what, active method. That's why we are going to what, add an implemented method, right? Yes or no? I've written what, that what, add implemented method. Yes or no guys, tell me, any doubt here? No, right? No. So we are removing this. Okay, suppose this is the what, our override method, right? That is actual method which is ever inside the what, consumer interface, right? So what we can do here, sys out. Suppose if you are going to print number, suppose if you are going to print number, so this thing you may write, right? So write print the number. Okay, that is T. Got it? Yes or no? Yes. So now we will have the main method, right? So main method we will have, right? So now we will have the main method, right? Under the main method, what we can write? Okay, so already you know, right? You're going to use the consumer interface, right? So you can write it what? Consumer, it's what? Generic as a integer, right? Integer. Suppose display, suppose if you're writing to display the number, right? Just write, I'm writing here display equals to what? Suppose n. See now how you're going to write the lambda expression with the help of what? Consumer interface. Just see, very concentrate, okay? Really focus what I am writing the code here. So what I have mentioned. So suppose if you have what? Only one input, directly you can write this one, then put arrow, right? Yes or no? After expression, what you are going to write? Your statement. Yes or no? Tell me again. Yes or no? So for that purpose, what we are going to write? Sys out, right? Sys out. Then we are going to print what? The number. So whatever number you are going to pass. Yes or no? So that is what? So how we are going to display the number with the help of what? Consumer interface implementation, right? See now how you are going to print, how you are going to call this method, right? Extend method. So for that purpose, what we can do? So already we have the what? Consumer reference here, right? So that display is there, correct? We can come here and dot. We can go see. Already we have accept method, and we need what? Print the number. So we are going to print the number, means we need to pass some value. So integer value, right? I'm passing some integer value. Correct? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Tell me. Yes, right? So if we run this application, right? If you run this application, what should output? 10, right? Why? Because with the help of what? Lambda expression, we are going to what? Print the number. Because see, this method argument only what? One value, right? One input, right? Yes or no? So that one input I am passing here, right? I am passing one input. That input we are going to print, right? While calling the what? Display. With the help of display, we are going to call this extend method. Yes or no? See, I am running the application. How the response is coming? See, guys, coming or not? Response is coming 10 or not? So you can write here also. So what we suppose is same. So if you run the application, then you'll see what? Printing number is what? Print the number 10, right? Guys, tell me yes or no? So how we are going to use the consumer functional interface? This is the code, but our main motto of this code is what? How the internal implementation of the consumer interface, consumer functional interface, right, guys? See, so I'm going to that consumer functional interface, right, guys? Just see very carefully and just analyze what I mentioned. What is this? See, that is the functional interface. Yes or no? And it expects what? One method. That method name is accept, and it will accept one argument, and return type is void. Same thing I have discussed, right? While I have discussed about the theoretical, right? This thing, right? Yes or no? Tell me, guys. Same thing I have discussed, right? Same thing, huh? So this is one method inside the functional interface, right? So consumer is a what? Predefined functional interface that is defined notation, right? And inside that one method is there, void accept. Yes or no? Same thing there or not? So we are not doing anything. So this is predefined, right? Only we are going to utilize this method, accept method. Yes or no? Tell me yes or no? Yes, right? See, that's where inside this predefined functional interface consumer, we have one method, exit method. Okay, so once we are going to call this exit method, what it will give the result, right? So only we are going to provide implementation. We are going to provide implementation of this interface, right? Yes or no? Guys, tell me yes or no. Okay, right? So if now if you're going to remove this one, so what is error, right? So we have implemented, that's why in that way this is coming, right? Got it? Yes or no, guys? Tell me. So done what I mean to tell here. So how we are going to provide the implementation of what? Functional interface, right? Predefined function consumer, right? So it has what? Exit methods are there, right? So we are going to provide implementation for that exit method, right? Got it? Great. So I will give in same place and give. So see, if you are going to print more than number, more than 10 number, 5 number, 6 number, right? So how we are going to print the number, right? See, so what we can do, see, suppose if you will take list of what? Integer. List of integer, right? Suppose it is input list. This is a input list. You know very well, right? Suppose once you're going to what? We'll take in input as a list. Okay, list of integer. Then what we can do? Array dot as a list, right? Yes or no? So if you're going to put suppose 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? This is our list of integer, right? I've taken list of integer, right? Yes or no? Once you're, if you take list of integer, right? So if you're going to print the number, suppose if you need print the number, if you need print this number, so how we are going to print the number? So for that purpose, see, already we have the object into the input list, right? Come here, dot, 1 minute. See, so we have one method, right? So for each method, 1 minute, guys, I will show you one thing. See, guys, see, for each method, might be you hope see, right? So for is what? Except consumer functional interface. Yes or no? Tell me, guys. So this for each method, once you're going to print list of integer, then expect what? Consumer functional interface, right? So that's why, see, if it expect consumer functional interface, so how you are going to what? Use that functional interface. So for that purpose, right, we know very well, right? See, that thing you need to do, right? Tell me. I will copy and paste this thing only, right? Tell me, guys, anything I will do new? No, right? Because this is a implementation, right? Or directly if you can paste here, right? Only I remove this thing, it is not needed. So guys, tell me, it will give the result. Yes or no? It will give the result. See, I will run the application in front of you and you will see, is it absolutely correct or not? See, guys, print the number 2, 4, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 coming or not? Tell me yes or no? Coming or not? Copy. See how it's become easy. So you'll come to know. Then you will go, yes, it's too much easy. Okay. Now run the application. Or before this one, I will write what? sys or one minute guys. Because you need to see how the response is coming, right? So each and every aspect how the response is coming. See, now I will run. See guys. So first I will write. So how this consumer functional interface is implemented, right? See, training coming, right? Second, this one is coming or not, and last this one coming or not. So internally it's using what? Exit method, right? Yes or no? Then only it's going to use, right? Then implement a result. So that the thing consumer functional interface are doing internally, guys. But we are going to use what? This lambda expression, right? With lambda expression, we are going to use all these things. But how the consumer interface internally implemented? It's a only one abstract method is there. That abstract method name is what? Accept. Yes or no? Correct. So that's where we are going to use that way. Once I will discuss for each loop, then you come to know very easily. Yes or no? Okay, guys. So this is the first our functional interface, that is what? Consumer what? Functional interface. Now second is what? By consumer functional interface. What? By consumer functional interface. Okay. So we'll go in next, right? Next class, that is what? By consumer test. Okay, just put here main method. Okay, yes or no guys, tell me. So guys, see, in by consumer functional interface, everything is same, but it expect two input. It expect two input while we are calling the exit method, right? I will show you once I'm going to I will show the internal implementation. Okay, I will show you this thing, so don't worry. So main motto is, once you will have two input, then how we are going to perform the lambda expression. But this thing already I have shown last video, right? So once you're going to perform what? Once we have two input, then how you're going to perform, right? But that was the consumer functional interface, right? We're going to use what? With lambda expression. But this place I will show you by consumer functional interface how the internal implementation has done. Will with the example. Okay. See guys. So for that purpose, I will take one input. I suppose if I will take list what? In integer. Okay. Suppose what? List input 1. List input 1. We will take two input, right? That's why. So list input 1. So I will take what? Same arrays dot h list. Okay. In that list, I will take 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is the input, guys. As a list. Okay. Got it? Same way, I will take other input. I will take other input. This one. Valid input name is change. Okay. This time I will take suppose 4. Okay. This time I have taken 4. Now both the input has what? List of integer but different values. Yes or no? Guys, tell me. Yes or no? So the motto of this by consumer function interface. So what our motto is? We are going to test. So if this list of integer or list of integer 1 and 2. So both are same or not. So both are same or not. How we can check? Only if we will have two input. Get concentrated. What I am going to explain here. Suppose if you are going to use the by consumer functional interface, that means what here? So we are going to test what? So whatever the list input 1 and list input 2 is there, so both the input are same or not? Yes or no? So how we'll check? So that thing I'm going to explain now. Okay. How both the input is same or not? Yes or no? If same, so it will give the what? True. I will just make as a flag like true. If it is not same, it is what? Print false. Okay. So with using the by consumer function interface. Okay. See by consumer, right? So see, when I have written by consumer, it expects what? Two input, yes or no? See, function interface accept two object or not? Expectation two or not? So that's why, see, so already I have given what? List of integer. So that's why also in generic we need to write list of integer, right? So list of integer. So one argument is list of integer, same. Other is also list of integer only. Already we have defined list input 1, list input 2. Yes or no? So copy and paste it. Yes or no? So we have two list of integer inputs. Right? We are going to check the condition equals. So this list input 1 is equal to list input 2 or not? Yes or no? For that purpose, we are going to create one reference for that. Right? Suppose equals. Now I am going to use the lambda expression. See how. See, so what we are going to check. So for that purpose, what we have the input. Suppose if we input what? List 1, comma what? List 2. Get concentrate. It's very simple. It looks very simple. Okay. So we have list 1. This already I mentioned with lambda expression. This is the argument list, guys. This is the argument list. We have two input, right? So list 1 and list 2. Okay. After that, guy, see what I need to write. So I'm writing one logic here. I'm giving some logic. Due to this, we're going to find out. Okay. So be concentrated. Okay. So see, I am giving one if condition. If what I need to write inside the if list 1, right? Suppose if list 1, right? Dot. So we need to know for the size of this array, right? Yes or no? In this list of the array, what is the size for this? So there's one dot size will there, right? See size there, na size. So list 1 size. What? List 1 size not equal to what? Not equal to what? List 2 dot size. Yes or no? List 2 dot size. List not equal to, right? Yes. 1 minute. Not equal to, you need to mention, right? Yeah. Not equal to what? List dot size. So we are checking this condition first. What? We are checking first list 1 size not equal to list 2 size. Okay, see, if size will not equal, so this is 3 element and 3 element. If in second list 4 element, so then in that case it is not equal, right? Yes. So that's why we are checking first if condition list 1 dot size not equal to list 2 dot size. Yes or no? So what you're going to print here? Tell me. False, right? I am going fast somehow because we need to discuss too many codes. So be concentrated, okay? Be focused. So false, I'm writing here. Okay, see false. Now, what will be inside this else condition? In else, guys, see else guys I am taking one for loop. Okay, then it will check, right? So what is the list, input list 1 index, then 2, then 3, then it will compare to what, list input 2. See, that's why I'm taking one for loop. For what guys? Simple. Int I equals to 0, and what, second is I less than what, list 1 dot what, size. Yes or no? This one dot size, then I plus plus. Tell me guys, yes or no? Yes or no? So then what we can do, we write one if condition, simple if condition, same thing. So list 1 dot what, get method will there, right? We'll check the our get, yes, this method is there. So first we are going to pass the I. So 0 1 2 like that, it will compare it. So if what, not equals to, not equal to what, list of get I, right? So list of what, list of dot get I. Yes or no? Then simply what it will do, out what, false. Yes or no guys? Very simple. Then return. Then return. Okay. Then what? Print out result. Switch out. That is true. Yes or no guys? Simple. After that, tell me what. So this is the close of else. Then it will come here. This one. Then close our what? This one, right? So now close this one, correct? Remove this one. Correct guys? I hope everything going good, right? After that, we are going to call the what? Accept method. Yes or no? We are going to call the accept method. So that equals dot, see this method there or not. So it already we have passing what, list input 1, list input 2 is correct. Yes or no? Then it the completed. So guys, means see how we are going to perform the by consumer function interface implementation, because it expect 2 input. Okay, and our motto is we are going to check if this is 1 2 3 and 1 2 4 both the array size is what, same, right? Yes or no? But element is what, different. Only we are going to check once we will have 2 input. So our expected output will be what, false, right? Coming or not? Coming or not? Why coming? This condition is what, true. What, only it's coming to the this condition. But see, whatever the element of the input list 1, it is not match of the list input list 2. Yes or no? Now see, if we are going to give here 3, so 1 2 3 1 2 3, so both the input of the array in list input 1 and list input 2 same or not? So it will give the result what, true. So we'll check expected output should be true. Yes or no? See guys, true or not? So this is the our by consumer function interface. So how we are going to call the this method, right? See, if we are going to see here accept method, see, expect 2 input inside the what, functional interface. This is the what, by consumer. See guys, this type of question may ask in your interview as well. So can you write some program for by consumer functional interface with lambda? So at least will come to know you know or don't know. So if you will have the concrete what concept, then only you can write the code in front of the interviewer or anywhere as per your implementation as well. Yes or no? That is the by consumer functional interface code. Okay, because the difference is only it expects two input. So I have taken what, this one argument list I am passed, right? I have passed this argument list. Inside this expression what we have given some condition, okay, and it's closed here. Then you are going to call the respective method. Got it? Okay. So guys, now we are going to jump into the what, predicate. That is two things completed: consumer function interface and by consumer function interface. Now we are going to jump into the what, third what interface, that is the what, predicate interface. Okay guys, third is the what, predicate interface. So for that purpose we are going to get what, predicate test. Predicate test. Okay, come here. See, already we have created what, class, right? So in there predicate functional interface, right? So what is the main motto for predicate? See, predicate functional interface has one abstract method. That method name is what, test. Yes or no? That method name is test, and main motto for this test method is boolean result set. Once you need what, boolean result, means what, condition based. Boolean means condition based. That time we are going to use the predicate functional interface. Now also we know very well that, so once you're going to jump into Stream API, one method is there, filter. Okay, in that filter method, filter method expect what, predicate predicate functional interface. I will show you just some time. Okay, so that main motto is that once you need what, boolean result set means condition based check, that time we are going to use the what, predicate function interface, because filter means we are going to give some condition. Once we are going to give some condition, I will explain later on. Once we will jump into the filter method only, one video will be there, only I will discuss filter method, how we are going to filter, how we are going to give the condition check. Because in the real time, right, so once you're going to attend any interview, definitely 1 to 2 questions they will ask about the predicate interface which related to the filter method. Lots of questions will be there. I will explain briefly once I will going to jump filter method. Okay, but as of now only I'm going to explain how predicate function interface is working, how the internal is there. Okay, see guys, so what I'm going to do here, what I'm writing to do here, see, if you're writing here predicate, this is what, functional interface. Okay, and expect some generic. Yes or no? Suppose if you're going to put integer, right? So if you will have, suppose, just mention predicate only equals to, okay, equals to, suppose if you find if you're going to pass some value, okay, just like it. So how we are going to write it? Suppose this is the input. Suppose this is the input, and this input should be greater than, suppose what, a greater than what, 20. What I mentioned, a greater than 20. Okay, first I will see. First I will check this number is greater than 20 or not. this number is greater than 20 or not. So how? I have already mentioned you, already told you. So in the predicate function interface we have one abstract method. That method name is test. Yes or no? So see how you're going to print this. Or suppose in this function interface, what the method we have? Test method, right? Dot see, test method coming or not? Guys, tell me, coming or not? Why coming? Because already I have created what? Predicate reference, predicate function interface reference predicate. So predicate dot what? Test or not? Test. See, so in that test, what you are going to pass the number as per your condition. Okay, what I mentioned? A greater than 20. A, if the value of a greater than 20, okay, then it will what? Give true results, otherwise it will give false. First I will see what? True. Okay, I am giving what? 30. Now see, this value is greater than 20 or not? A value 20 or not? Yes, right? So see, run the application, see result first, then you'll come to know very easily. See, true means what? If you need any condition, okay, that time we are going to use the what? This test method, which is available inside the what? Predefined predicate functional interface. Yes or no? Guys, tell me yes or no? Correct? So see, negative case. Suppose if I am going to 18, I am going to pass 18. So now tell me guys, this will be false, right? Because our value is less than 20. Yes or no? So run the application, we see the result. Definitely we give false. And our main motto of this video is what? So how the internal of this predicate interface, predicate function interface. See, going inside. See guys, I am more concentrated guys this part, internal part. So you'll come to know how the predicate function interface is internally worked. See, that is the functional interface. Inside that what method? Already I mentioned you. Condition check, Boolean result set. If you have any Boolean result set in any requirement, okay, that time we are going to use what? Predicate function interface. Inside it what method? Test method. How many argument? One argument. That's why, see guys, now I'll come to know, that's why I'm passing only one argument here. I have mentioned that last day. If you're going to pass that way, so also it's correct, right? So that was what I mentioned you. That is the argument list. That is the argument list. And that is the expression. Whatever you're going to give the condition. By keeping in mind only one argument we should have. If you will two argument, then I will discuss later by predicate. I will discuss later on after this one by predicate. But as of now, if you will have only one input, then how you're going to perform with the help of predicate functional interface. Okay, I will give one more example guys. I will give one more example. Okay, so this example is enough for explaining now. I am giving one more example. So that is what? So just I'm mentioning what? Predicate functional interface test 1. Yeah, test 1. Yeah, no issue. See, come here. Okay, see guys. So guys, in this our main motto is, suppose I am giving one scenario. I am giving one scenario based this what explanation. If a user has, if the user, sir, not here, if a user age is more than 18, if a user, any person, the age is more than 18, so he and she what is eligible for the giving vote, right? If their age is less than 18, he and she is not able to give the vote. So that implementation I need to do with the help of what? Predicate function interface. Okay, so I'm going to start quickly. Okay, I'm just going to create one method. Okay, so just keep a static boolean, what? The method name is what? Check eligibility. And it need one argument. Let suppose int age. Okay, int age. Yes or no? So what I need to do? I need to give one condition. If what? If age is greater than 18, if age is greater than 18, what will happen? So return true. Return what? True. Else what will happen? Else return false. Simple. Else return false. Yes or no? This is our simple logic here. I'm writing. What? I'm going to check eligibility. Okay, I'm going to pass the age. If age is greater than 18, return true. Otherwise, it will be false. Okay. Yes or no? So what we can do? We can do just create one main method. Yes or no? I have created one main method. In main method, what I need to do? We need to create one predicate, right? Very well, we know, right? How predicate you're going to pass in generic integer, right? Yes or no? Create a reference for that. Yes or no? Now tell me what I can do here. I can do, so whatever the method name, this concept I will guys tell you method reference I'm going to use now. I'm going to use method reference. I will discuss later, okay, in coming video. This one, and whatever our method name is what, so that is check eligibility. Come here, check eligibility, right? Correct? Yes or no? So now what we can do? We need to first import that one predicate interface. Done, right? So now guys, see. Now our main motto is what? We are going to give the input. As per the input, we are going to find this user has able to give vote or not as per the age, right? As per the age. So first we need to call that respective method, right? We know very well what method? Test method, right? So for test method, so what we're going to do, already we have reference for that. So come here, okay, then dot, what the method we have? Test method, right? Definitely test method there, right? Test method. So we are going to pass some age, suppose 25. If any user age is what? 25. Got it? So how we are going to store for that? So what we can do? Boolean, right? Boolean, and the result you will save in that one. Yes or no? And then we are going to print. So print what I'm going to print. If the age is more than 25, he and she will be eligible for giving the vote. If it's not, so he's not able to give the vote. So for that purpose, one more condition, right? As per our result. As of now, we will get result true or false only. So if age is 25, definitely this more than 18, the result will be true only. But we need to print. Okay, so he is going to able to give the vote. So for that purpose, we are going to check one condition, right? As per our output, as per our response. So result equals to what? True. If response is coming true, okay, so what we're going to print? Tell me guys. Very simple, right? If response is coming true, what are we going to print? Sys out what? So person is what? Eligible to give the vote. Tell me yes or no. Tell me yes or no. Yes. See, this condition apply when the age will be more than 18. So what will come in else condition? If I'm going to pass less than 18, coming in else part, right? Tell me yes or no. So what else part coming? False condition, right? So copy that. Come here. B. Person is not eligible, right? Person is not eligible. Yes or no? To give the vote. Yes or no? Correct, guys. So this is the our code, right? If you're going to write what predicate function interface. See, so we'll run the application, see the result. It's coming expected or not. As of now, what should be the expected value? True only, right? Because we are passing what? 25. The age is more than 18. It will what? Person is able to give the vote, right? So run the application. We'll see output is coming expected or not. Person is eligible for give the vote, correct? Now, if you're going to check the person age is what? 17. Suppose if any user came and the age came what? 17. If their age is 17. So definitely what? Message will be display person is not eligible for give the vote. Right? See, run the application, see result. See, person is not eligible for give the vote. Got it, guys? How this is using, right? Already I mentioned this thing, right? So in a predicate interface, what is a function interface? So this is what? Boolean result set. What? They're going to show the result. If any condition is there, okay, then we're going to use the what? Predicate function interface, guys. Okay, guys. So now let's move quickly. What? Our fourth topics, what? That is the what? By predicate functional interface. What? By predicate functional interface. Yes or no? So for that purpose, what we will do? Come here, just write one class, that is what? By predicate functional interface test. Yes or no? So guys, so what difference between the predicate and by predicate? So predicate is a functional interface. Inside the functional interface, one method is there. That method is test method, right? Same way, by predicate functional is a by predicate is also functional interface. Inside that, one method is there. That method is test only. Okay, but this test method expect two argument. What? Two argument, not one argument. But result will be same boolean. Result will be same boolean. What? True or false. So anyhow, we need to take two input. Yes or no? We need to take two input. So how? I am just giving one example. See, if you're writing here what? By, it will come by consumer, by predicate. Came, right? So see, it's expect two argument, right? Two genus in another genus two argument. So put suppose to the value, all the two argument is integer only. What? Integer only. And this is also integer. Okay? Yes or no? And we're going to create what? One reference for that. By predicate. What? See. So for that purpose, see, if you're going to, if you take two value, right? if your input has 2, so how, suppose x comma y. Okay, if you're going to use lambda expression right here, see if x greater than y, see if x greater than y means what, whatever the first input if you're going to pass, that should be greater than second, right? This is the first input, it should be greater than second input, then result will become what, true. If you're going to pass first input as a less from the second input, it will give false, right? So see, so that thing I need to show here. So what, sys out, right, sys out, see, and you're going to what, call the what method, test method, yes or no? So you can print compare value, compare value each what, so we have what, this reference, right? Yes or no? Dot, tell me which method, test method only, right? See this test method, it is expect what, 2 input, obviously it will expect 2 input, right? Because by consumer, so by predicate itself is expect 2 input, right? So if we'll pass here, see 100 and 200, tell me 100 is greater than 200, no, right? 100 is less than 200, so what should be the result, false, right? Completely false, right? See, print the result. See, yes or no, guys? Compare value is false or not? If we are passing here, see 100 is greater than 20 or not? 100 is greater than 20 or not? Completely true. Yes or no? See, definite result will be what? True. See. Yes or no, guys? So what we have understood? So predicate means it expect only one argument. Okay. And by predicate expect 2 argument. Yes or no? Yes. So we understood, right? So how by predicate function interface work, right? So it takes 2 input, okay, and this input gives a boolean result set, right? Yes or no? See, so this 100 is greater than 20 or not? If it is not, if it is greater, it will give true result. If it is less, it will give false result, right? So this is our discussion entirely, guys. So what we have discussed till now, okay? So how our functional interface work internally. See, guys, once you're going to implement, open this one, right? So we'll come to know very easily, right? See, this is the functional interface, right, guys? This is the functional interface. What, inside the functional interface, what method is there? Tell me, guys. Boolean test, right? It expects 2 input. Yes or no? 2 input. As per the 2 input, it will give the Boolean result. How? Guys, see. 2 input. As per 2 inputs, it gives the Boolean result. Yes or no? That is what? It is the what? By predicate functional interface. I hope you understood very perfectly, right? What I've discussed as of now. So I've discussed, I'm doing summary, right? Summarize what we have discussed now. So we have discussed what? Consumer, by consumer, predicate, by predicate. Okay, so these 2 interface, 2 very vital methods. For consumer interface, we will have for each method. We'll discuss later class, later video. Okay, for each method. For each method, expect consumer interface. And predicate by predicate, we will have what? One method is a very vital method, very commonly used in Steam API, that is filter method. Okay, because filter method expect what? Expect what? Test method. Okay, and test method what? In predicate, it will expect one argument, one parameters, and by predicate expect two argument. Okay, what we can see here. Okay guys, so this is the completely discussion about the our function interface. Okay, so I hope you understood very clearly. If you concentrate entire the video, okay, definitely all the topics of Java 8 becomes very easy. You feel it's very easy if you concentrate, and if you will practice a lot. Only if you see the video, it doesn't make sense. So what my suggestion, why, once you have done the watch all the video, then please practice. Okay, because it will help to you more. Okay, thank you guys. So if you like this video, please subscribe, like, and what, click the notification button. Once I will upload any video, it will reach to you. It will notify to you. Okay, and share among your friends. Okay, so next video I will come with what, with new topics, with only in Java 8 features. Okay guys, thank you, bye bye.